All right, everybody, we are here. Just got done doing all the Supernatural reviews that are on DVD, seasons 1 through 12. And now I'm going to do a ranking video. Um, I love every season of Supernatural. I like every season. For the most part, I really like the storyline and the characters and the development and the action. I mean, I love Supernatural. It's my favorite show. And this was really hard. This was a hard ranking to do, and a lot of seasons kind of flip flop here and there. But this is probably the most consistent that I can probably give. Maybe if you ask me tomorrow, it might be something completely different. But let's jump right into it. Number 12 is going to be Supernatural Season 10. If you see my review on this, it's definitely the weakest. There's not really a whole lot that goes on this season other than getting the mark off of Dean, which kind of boring. I feel like they did not use the demon Dean stuff nowhere near as much as they should have, and the stuff that you did see, it really wasn't nothing special. It was actually kind of boring, just him beating up some guys and drinking. That was it. Sam is kind of annoying in this. Rowena's annoying in this. So you do get some annoying characters in this one. Not a big fan of Cass. Crowley's really good in this one. Um, I did like the finale. But other than that, it's a pretty weak season. A lot of filler, bad filler, and not a whole lot goes on. So, number 10, season 10 is number 12. Number 11 is going to be Supernatural season 7. A lot of people might have this the worst one, but it's sentimental to me because of Bobby. It's the last season with him, and I do like the Leviathans. I do. I thought they were kind of nice. And I like Dick Roman. He's a nice villain. Uh, but this season feels out of place. This season does not feel like Supernatural. Um, and I feel like there's way, way too much filler. Bad filler as well. I feel like there was not enough episodes with the Leviathans. Um, I did like the Bobby stuff in this. I thought it was really nice to see. There's an episode where a little bit of a background on Bobby. You do get to see Joe in this season. You get to see Rufus on this season, which is really nice to see. I really enjoyed the finale. Cass is pretty good on this season. He's kind of crazy, so I do like Cass in this season. But overall, it feels out of place. It doesn't feel like Supernatural. And too much filler, bad filler. That's why it's number 11. Number 10 is going to be Supernatural Season 9. Uh, I enjoy Season 9. The more I watch it, the more I like it. I think I really like the Mark of Cain stuff. I really do. I like Abaddon. She's one of my favorite characters. She's one of my favorite villains. Metatron is decent. He's not quite my favorite of the season. He does get better as it goes on. Um, this is the end of the angels having wings, which I do not like. I like my angels with wings. Cass for a good part of the season he's human, which I don't really like that. Um, Sam and Dean are pretty good in this season. I do like Crowley in this season. This is probably the best Crowley in my opinion. Um, once again, I like Abaddon. I thought she was something new. Once again, you just don't see Abaddon a whole lot. You don't see Metatron to the halfway point. There are some nice twists and turns. There are some nice surprises. The finale is probably one of the best, in my opinion, with the Black Eyed Dean. Um, but there is some filler in this, guys, and it's once again kind of bad filler. And I feel like they should have had more Abaddon, more Metatron. So that's why it's my number 10. Number 9 is going to be Supernatural Season 12. Now, um, don't let the rankings fool you guys. I really enjoy this season. I really do. I was surprised how much I liked it. I did not think the season was going to be that good. But you got the epic return of Mary, Sam and Dean's mom. You got the British Mentilators. You got Lucifer's back on this season. You got a new character for the next season, an Ephelum. It's a really sad, dramatic ending. This is the another sentimental one because this is the end of Crowley. Mark A. Shepard is done with the Crowley character, so this is the it. This is the it of Crowley. This is the last time you'll see him, so that's why a little sentimental. Now, didn't really like the British Mentilators. I like the idea, but I did not like them. They were pretty unlikable. I wish they brought back John instead of Mary. Did not like Mary a whole lot in this season. I feel like she will get better. And I do feel like they're getting back to the family roots. I feel like Bobby's going to be back. I feel like Mary and Bobby are going to be together. So I'm going to look forward to that. It was a good finale. Um, but, there's not a lot of bad in this. I did like the season. The filler episodes are decent in this one. So overall, it really is a good season. Number 8 is going to be season 8. I love the hell out of this season, guys. I really do. I love the stuff that you saw in Purgatory with Dean. I really like the characters in this season with Benny and Kevin. I did not like Amelia. I did not like the Sam flashbacks. That was really my main con in this one. I did like the trial stuff. I thought that was really interesting. I thought it was something really new and refreshing to go through 3 trials to shut the gates of hell. And it really felt like a finale. It felt like an ending to the series. But as you know, it does not. I like Naomi. I like the Metatron that you saw in the season. I thought there were some really nice surprises in this one. I really did. It's a really good. You have a Bobby episode in this season. I really enjoy the finale with the angels falling. I thought that was really good. There is some filler, but I actually think these filler episodes are pretty good. I love season 8, guys. Nothing really wrong to say about that one. Number 7. Now, this is tough, guys. This is really where it gets really tough for me. And this might be a little low for some people, but it's going to be Supernatural Season 1. Like I said, do not let the ranking get you guys. I love Season 1. This is the foundation. This is where it all started. A lot of people didn't like the Monster of the Week thing, but I did. Some of the best episodes are on this season of the entire series. Every episode is pretty great in this one. I love the finale. The John character is one of my favorite characters. You see Bobby in the end of the season. You find out what killed their mom and what killed Sam's girlfriend, Jessica. So you find out a lot of interesting things in this season. The psychic powers with Sam. This is a really good version of the brothers. You cannot go wrong with Sam or Dean in this season. I love the episodes in this. Like I said, don't let the ranking fool you guys. I enjoy this season. I always have a lot of fun with it when I watch it. And so, number 7. Number 6, it's going to be Supernatural Season 4. This might be low in some people's opinion. Now, I do enjoy Season 4. I really do. I love the unveiling of the angels. I love the introduction of the cast character. That badass entry with Dean coming out of hell. I enjoyed the finale. Sam is a badass in this season. Even though I'm not really a big fan of, I guess because of the demons blood stuff. Dean's pretty good in this season. But this is probably the best version of the angels in my opinion. I really like my angels to be intimidating, not more jokey. And Cass is a badass in this season. What holds the season back for me is the filler. I think there's a little bit too much filler, and they're not the best in the world, but they're also not the worst. I feel like they should have had more episodes that involved the angels than what they did. But overall, I really enjoyed this season. Like I said, don't let the ranking fool you. Season 4 is a great season. It really brought something new and refreshing to the of the series. I think a lot of people were getting a little bit burned out of the monster, ghost, demon stuff. So they really kicked the doors down with this season. And I feel like this season really is what made Supernatural what it is today. It really brought some popularity to the show. And it's because of this season, in my opinion. So, number 6, Season 4. Number 5. Now, this one might be a little low. I know I kind of really went on about this season in my review. But it's going to be Supernatural Season 11. When I first watched the season, I thought this was probably the second to best, other than Season 5. And I still like the season, guys. I really do. I love you finally get to see God on this show. I like the whole God had a sister, Amara. I really like that dynamic between them two. Unfortunately, you don't see God a whole lot until the last couple of episodes. And the last couple of episodes are great in this season. There's a really nice Bobby Rufus episode in this one. For the most part, I like the brothers in this one. There's a lot of good stuff going on in this season. There's really nothing wrong with this one. The filler episodes are pretty damn good, and there's not really a whole lot. This is the one where Misha Collins plays Lucifer. Um, Crowley's pretty good in this one, even though I prefer him in charge, other than being a slave. Rowena's decent, not quite as annoying in season 10, but she is okay in this one. And I thought it was a really nice salute to Metatron. He was, this is his final season. So I really like this season, guys. Can't go wrong with this one. Number 4. I think this one might be controversial to a lot of people. I think a lot of people do not like this season a whole lot, or definitely should not be in the top 5. That's Supernatural Season 6. Now, I know I kind of went on a little bit of a rant in my review about this one, but I love the season, guys. It does feel a little cluttery. It does feel like they really didn't know what to do after Season 5, so they just kind of had a bunch of ideas and they threw it in one season. Now, that can make the season a little cluttery. It really can. When you get to the ending, you kind of like, what the hell happened in the beginning? I forgot. It can do that to you. But I think what goes on in the season is good. I think this is the best version of Sam, probably. I love Soulless Sam. You get to see death. This probably has the best Bobby episodes in this season, which Bobby's my favorite character. Crowley's good in this season. This is the last version of Cass that I could say that I honestly like. Cass is a badass in this season. Even though I don't really like how he kind of stabs the brothers in the back, but I do like Cass in this season. Crowley's really good in this one. This one has a ton of surprises, guys. I like the villains in this one with Raphael and the mother of all, Eve. I really like those characters. And this is a good season, guys. I know a lot of people probably have this kind of in the middle. I have it number 4. Number 3. This one's going to be controversial as well. I think this is the forgotten season. I feel people do not talk about this season a whole lot, and I think it's just because it's so short. But number 3 is going to be season 3. I love this season, guys. There's not a bad episode. This, from top to bottom, this might be the most consistent, in my opinion. I think the first 3 seasons, Season 5 and Season 6, are probably the most consistent as far as the episodes go. There's not a bad episode in this. I love this season, guys. I love the finale in this one. It's really emotional. It's got the only Christmas episode, which I love Christmas episodes of like horror. It's probably my favorite episode, to be honest with you. I know that might be crazy, but I really like that episode. There's a really good dynamic with the brothers. There's some of the best scenes of the whole series in this season, in my opinion. You got Gordon. He's one of my favorite characters. I love when he turns into a vampire. There's a lot of good stuff going on, guys. I like Ruby and Bella. They're some of the best characters in the whole series. You see some, they really crank up more Bobby episodes in this season, which I like. And I enjoy the season, guys. I don't know why people don't really talk about it. I guess because it's so short, and I think that's why. But it's a great season. I love it. There's not really any cons to it. Really great season. Number 2 is going to be season 2. This one also might be a little high to some people, but once again, from top to bottom, you cannot go wrong with this season. Every episode is pretty damn good. All of them are watchable. It has some really iconic stuff. This is the end of the Yellow-Eyed Demon era. You got the opening episode really just grabs you and really, wants you to find out what goes on the rest of the season. You got John's death. You got a little bit more Bobby. It's got some of my favorite characters in the season with Ellen and Joe, Ash, Gordon. I love Ellen. She's one of my favorite characters. I love the Roadhouse scene. I thought that was really refreshing. Really good scenes with the brothers. Sam and Dean are really good in this one. And like I said, this is the end of the Yellow-Eyed Demon era. They finally reached their goal. It's a great finale. Dean selling his soul to bring back Sam. There's a lot of good stuff going on this season, guys. I love the hell out of this season. And that's why it's my number 2. You cannot go wrong with this season. If you liked season 1, you will love. They really crank it up in this one. Get a little bit more of the Hunter life. Really good. And if you guys have seen my reviews Probably not going to be a big surprise. I think most people have this number one. It's going to be season 5. I love this season. This is actually what got me into Supernatural. I actually went out and bought this season. This is the first season I ever watched, first season I ever bought, and I honestly I kind of wish I didn't do that. I wish I started from one because you kind of already well, I already know what's gonna they come back. I wish I started from season 1, but this is the season that got me into the show. Uh, there's nothing wrong with this season. I had a couple little nitpicks, but it really wasn't nothing big. You know, you got more Bobby episodes on this season than any of the other seasons. He's on like 10 or 12 episodes. Really enjoy Sam and Dean in this season. This is probably the second best Sam. That introduces Crowley. It's the end of the Ellen and Joe era. You see Rufus on this season. I love the Archangels. I think they're really interesting. I love it when they're on camera. There's some really interesting stuff with them. Something I wish they would have gotten a little bit more of. I do wish you saw Michael a little bit more. They bring back Adam, the half brother. So overall, this is probably how the show probably should have ended. A lot of people feel like this is it. This is how the show should end, and it is a great finale. I love it. When Chuck is telling the narrative, of the story of what's going on, and Lisa and Ben, Dean going to get them, and you got Sam outside the house. I thought it was a great ending. This is the perfect season, guys. I really do. It's got some funniness to it. It's got some really good episodes. It's got entertainment. It's got some surprises. It's got horsemen. It's a great season, guys. So, what did you guys think about the ranking video? What is y'all's ranking of the first 12 seasons? Or at least what is y'all's favorite episode or favorite season? I mean, and what did you guys think about the video? Did you agree with my ranking for the most part? And if you didn't, or if you did, let me know in the comment section. And please subscribe. I'm probably going to be doing a lot more videos of Supernatural. Probably going to do my favorite finales, my favorite opening episodes of seasons, probably my top 10 villains or top 10 characters. So I will be doing more Supernatural reviews. I think there's a lot you can talk about with this series, and I plan on doing that. So let me know what you guys thought about the ranking video, and please subscribe.